Hi everybody, it's D from D&D Ditches, and today the D stands for degenerate. What I'm about to tell you is a true story. Well, two true stories actually. So I have a dead-end corporate day job, and every now and then we'll be expected to attend team meetings. And some months ago at one of these team meetings, my boss asked us to practice elevator pitches with each other. The point of the exercise being that if we ever get in an elevator with a big wig, we can boast about how great we are and give them a reason to let us keep our jobs. So I did what I always do. I rolled my eyes and casually walked away as soon as this crowd started to mingle and thought nothing of it. And now I realize my boss is going to see this and I am expecting a phone call on Monday. Skip forward a couple of weeks. I'm a part of a D&D Facebook group, and every now and then we would have a social get-together at a pub. And since it was through this group that I met my Planescape players, I would like to attend whenever I'm available. So I was a little early this time, and sitting at our reserve table was a girl who was also early. So we introduced ourselves, talked about D&D and other tabletop games. She wanted to run Blades in the Dark, and I run a Planescape campaign. This was about 2 or 3 weeks before Planescape's release for 5e at the end of 2023. She said she's heard a little bit about Planescape but didn't know much about it, and asked for my elevator pitch. And here's where my boomer stories connect. I was utterly unprepared. So I scraped together some crap about the planes being the afterlives and you go there when you're dead, but Planescape lets you go there when you're alive, yada yada yada. She nodded, but I don't think she took much away from that interaction. And because I acted like a total degenerate and didn't take the tasks at work seriously, karma handed me my ass. As it turns out, not everything in corporate is a load of hogwash. So I want to take this opportunity to redo my Planescape pitch, or in my case, my Planescape ditch. Some people say that Planescape is a catch-all setting, that it connects to every setting, so therefore, everything is Planescape. Well, that is true to a certain extent, like you can go for a jaunt through Krynn and still end up at Waterdeep for dinner. I mean, that is pretty much the premise for the latest D&D module, Vecna Eve of Ruin. But Planescape has its own flavor, a unique perspective that none of the other settings have, and that is what I need to highlight. So how do I squeeze so much into 15 seconds or less? I pondered over it for half an hour until the pizza arrived, and this is the best that I came up with. Planescape is the avant-garde fantasy setting set in Sigil, the City of Doors, with portals leading to every plane of existence. Walk the heavens and the hells armed with philosophy is your weapon of choice, and shape the literal reality with the power of belief. Now how about we go for coffee tomorrow and I'll tell you more about it. So I was about to wrap up this video, but then I thought of something. Hey, what got me into Planescape in the first place? Sure, I saw the campaign box set at the gaming store when I was younger, but the cover didn't really give anything away. So how did I discover Planescape as a 14-year-old? And then I remembered. It was through this book. Well, not exactly this one, since this was a limited edition reprint, but the original black label version back in the 90s. Back in the day, they had cross-promotion with other products inside the front and the back cover, but as you can see, this is a reprint, so they took all of that out. And because my original black label version is still at my mom's basement, I can't really get to it right now, at least for this video. And then I realized, hey, players options. There were 3 Players Options books that were released after the revised Black Label Player's Handbook. They contained a lot of controversial optional rules and sometimes referred to as the 2.5 edition. But if we have a look inside the cover, cross-promotion. So the campaign settings are not here, but if we look at the back, there's Planescape. This page gave you an overview of the campaign settings that were supported at the time, while the next page gives you some of the products that were released under that line. So let's have a look to see what the Planescape blurb says. Until now, only the most powerful wizards could peek into the magnificent wealth of the multiverse, but no longer. Now every adventurer can enter the mighty planes, but surviving them is another matter entirely. Infinite universes of infinite variety and danger lies beyond the portal, beginning with Sigil, the City of Doors, where all worlds in existence meet. So I don't know about you, but that doesn't say much to me, especially not now as an adult. I guess what appealed to me as a teenager were the infinite universes and the all worlds in existence. I guess that's just how I understood what planes were. It was through this little blurb that I decided to check out Planescape, and I'm so glad that I did. So what did you think of my elevator pitch, or the one that TSR had for in the book? Do you have a pitch that you use? If so, sound off in the comments. And remember to join me for coffee in the next video. It'll be my treat.